Hi all, this is Dr. J, streaming live from Long Island, New York. Hope you caught my earlier vlog that we did about an hour ago on the markets. This vlog is strictly biotech. There are 7 names I want to chart and go over with you. I'm bullish on all 7. So as always, do your own due diligence. My opinions are strictly my own, do not constitute investment advice. Seek an investment advisor if you wish to follow me. Let's get to the video charts. Of course, please give me thumbs up if you like me, because I like you. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get to that shared screen so we can look at the charts. We're going to go over some of my favorites, hopefully some of yours. And let's get right to it. Beginning with a request, agrx, a request from Greg. And I'm not sure if Greg is bullish this or not, but it looks playable here as we're in a trading range between the 100-day to 50-day. And we have a nice bullish picture with the 50 above the 100, above the 200. We've had a nice move up. We've had some consolidation from the highs, but we formed a beautiful double bottom at $1.02, I believe. $1.02. This one is $1.02. So $1.02 makes a double bottom, and we're well off that double bottom at $1.33. Trading midway between the 50 and the 100. This is the 50, this is the 100. So I consider that to be the 50 to be resistance and support at the 100. So we're in a trading range roughly between $1.27 and $1.39. 12-cent trading range. And if there's a bullish story that goes along with this stock, again, I'm not going into any of the fundamentals. It's worth playing right here, or if you want to get greedy, wait for it to come closer to that, let's say $1.30. Want to go into a few pennies lower, I think you'll get it probably. And the key, of course, is breaking through this $1.38 area. Maybe it comes down a little with time, $1.37. So you got to break through that to $1.40, something like that, before we could launch an attack on the recent highs on 313 of $1.70. So $1.40 might get you $1.70 on this one. Of course, you got to be very careful that we don't bust through the 100-day to $1.20 area or $1.25, then most likely we're going to retest that bottom again. I do like double bottoms, so that alone might make me kind of bullish on this stock. Also, the line here, this has been a key support area to 100. So I like this. I like the general upswing. I like the 50 above the 100, above the 200. I would like, of course, better if the stock were trading above the 50. So it has to kind of prove itself by busting through the $1.39 area. A move to $1.40, a close above the 50 would be very bullish in my mind. So there's reason to play this. I think somebody fundamentally made a call for $5. I'm not 100% sure. Please check that. athx. If you look back at a previous video, Greg wrote a comment about agrx. Might be worth reading if you want to get a flavor for the fundamentals. athx, of course, is one that I own a lot of shares of. It's my largest biotech holding. I'm very bullish. Intermediate term and long term. Short term, I'm a little nervous because There is an ATM. That means the company could sell at the market whenever they like, just about killing any potential rally if they want to. So right now, despite the ATM, it's come off its floor, which is really a double low right here. It did not make a new low, lower than $1.50. It stopped at $1.51. So I like that double low at $1.50. And I like the fact that it bounced on a couple of weekdays, bounced up nicely, and the volume was just so-so. So it's not a move with conviction, but it is a move back above the 50-day. I don't like the fact that the 200-day is above the 50, but at least the 50 is above the 100, and the price is now above the 50. So we have a lot of bullish momentum over the last 3 trading sessions where it bottomed at $1.51. So Wednesday, I rate Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, not very bullish for athx. A continuation of the rally is very likely with resistance at $1.70 area. That $1.70 area is what stopped it in its tracks back here on 529. So athx needs a close above that. It got a close above that the next day, actually, to $1.80 something, and then retreated. So it's had some rally attempts, but clearly in a downtrend since May 16th, all the way through 6/12. We went from 203 to 151. That's significant. That's a loss of 25%. So from the recent highs to the recent lows, you're looking at a 25% haircut. How much of that it will get back in the short term, I'm not sure. But for the long term, I feel very confident that it will take out that 203 high. And what I mean by, well, intermediate term. Basically, the results on their stroke trial in Japan with partner Helios KK is due less than a year from now at this point. So as we get closer and closer to that date, I think we rally maybe up to recent highs, maybe a 5-year high over $3. I see this one trading over $3 a year from today, or actually less, 9 months from today. So I'm basically calling for a double, a 2-bagger 1 year from today. Short term, I'm not so sure. Let's see. This is the next real hurdle at a high of $1.70. We have to take that 170 level out again. We do that, we have resistance here. So we might hit the resistance at the 200-day, bounce off, pull back, and then try again. So I see sort of a rally attempt maybe snuffed out by the 200-day, retreat maybe halfway to the 50, and then a rally back above the 200-day. So, naturally they don't go straight up. I don't expect it to just go right through to 200. I expect it to go up to the 200, pull back, and then go back up again. So that's what I'm thinking short term. CVM is again in a wait state, waiting for data, waiting for the Robert E. Lee. We're waiting on the results of the largest head and neck cancer study ever, over 900 patients evaluated over a number of years. The results could come in tomorrow. They can come in 2-3 months from now. The independent data monitoring committee, IDMC, for this particular clinical trial, has ordered it to continue until something like 298 events occur, meaning deaths. So the longer it takes for this to happen, the more likely it is to meet its primary endpoint, which is prolonging life by more than 10%. The chart looks quite good. The short-term chart is very nice with the new high made on Friday. Bounced off that high, but it's very likely that it's going to test this level of 637 again, maybe even on Monday. So we're in a bullish mode, very bullish since the lows not too long ago, about 2 weeks ago, that were put in at 370. Dr. J has been nibbling at this thing on the way up from the 370 level. I've been buying the dips, but I'm not selling the rips. I might just hold right through data. It's coming up probably within a few months, maybe September, October would be my guess. Let's look at NBY. NBY is an interesting play. It had a huge pop on news that it's selling its once brand name eye drop. I don't remember what it's an eye drop for even, I'm sorry. But it's selling it through Amazon as an over-the-counter drug. And they expect huge sales on this. When they got the news about Amazon, it popped greatly. It popped the next day as well, but sold off by the end of the day, and sold off again, tried to rally back and sold off once more. We now know where support is. I drew the line at the low of Wednesday, which was 161. So we're off the low by a nickel. And I think we're going to fill this triangle in on diminished volume, on diminished range. I think the candles get shorter over the next few days, maybe till Wednesday, Thursday, or even Friday, when this period of what I think is consolidation will take us north. So I'm looking for a break to the upside, and maybe as high as the high of the day on Monday, which was 360. So I see 360 potentially in play over the short term for NBY. Of course, a break below the lows of $1.61 and a close below that level would put a little damper into my enthusiasm. So if it breaks below this triangle, then Dr. J will have to reevaluate. I'd be looking for support at the 200 or at below that at the 50-day. So we're looking at support. Now this is the 200, this is the 100, and this is the 50. We have a perfectly inverted curves for the SMA. So this is obviously a bearish chart, but it doesn't mean that it can't go up and change things around. We want to see the 100 cross the 200 with a move up on Monday. That would be nice. So the first bullish sign would be if this green line crosses the black line, and the 50-day should catch up quickly. So we want to straighten this out. This line should be above the green should be above the black, and the price above all three. So the price is above all three. We just need these moving averages to straighten out a bit. And that'll happen with any rally back to, let's say, $3 level, especially if it's over time. So that's what I'm thinking on NBY. It's probably worth a small bet here. I already own some. I'm in the red on this one. I very well may throw some more money at it. Why not? Like I said, I'm already in it, and I'm not doing well in it, but I think I will do well ultimately. I think I probably, if I'm going to stay in it, have to buy more. OCUL, that's just my situation. It's not yours. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just sharing with you what I am going to do, most likely. And I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking out loud, if I'm going to be in this stock, I might as well throw some more money at it. Ocula Therapeutics is an opposite situation for Dr. J, where I bought it below the support, which I thought would also be resistance. So I bought it somewhere in here or even lower, I don't remember. So I'm doing well on this one with a series of highs, pullbacks, highs, pullbacks. I expect more of the same. I expect we go through the 200. I expect this bullish move to continue. They too are a health eye care company. Not sure what the fundamentals are actually. I bought it probably for a swing trade, and so far it's working out better than I could have hoped. And I'm hoping it'll work out even better for me. I might consider selling if the RSI gets to 80. So a break up here to over 5, and I'm probably a seller here. Take my profits. You can't stay in these things forever. Of course, I will reevaluate if and when it gets to 5. So for now, 5 is my target. PRVB. So far, I'm behind on this one, even though it was up. I think did the move come after hours? I don't recall. Anyway, let's take a look at the chart. I know it had traded lower than what it closed at, I believe. Okay, so actually it was not after hours, it was during regular trading. It came back well off the lows and came back to form a very bullish candle. Small body, however, but a nice long bottom shadow, which I like, relatively speaking. I drew 2 lines. This looks like it's trying to form an upward trend line off the lows of the day it made its big move, off of 975. Then the next low, 1050. And then this low on Friday, 1075. So if we follow that up, we probably are looking at a move to a low of 1160, 1150. I'd like to see that as a low of the day tomorrow, no lower than that. And let me see this a second. This high is 1190. Okay. 1190 is the high. Well, I'd like to see something like 1175 to be the low of the day for Monday. So if 1175 is the low of the day, we gap up at the open and we just continue on up, that would be lovely. Of course, you know, like NBY, I bought this one a little too early. Slightly behind. I bought it twice, once at 13, once at 12. So I am behind the 8 ball on this one as well. And like any pool player knows, it's not good to be behind the 8 ball. So will I throw more money at this one as well? I don't know. I have to think about that. I might just let it ride the way it is and take my losses if it goes below 1050 here. And maybe I add on a, if it's a nice looking green candle on Monday, maybe I will add. Okay, that's just my own situation. You make your own decisions on what to do on this one. It's an interesting diabetic play. Apparently it prevents onset of diabetes for certain people that are predisposed to it. That was the news that sent it rocketing on Monday, all to what high? High at 2282. Wow. So this thing has the potential to rocket at any time. Although I think more realistically, the high of the day on Tuesday would be my target, around 15 bucks. So 15 bucks would be my target to the upside, 1050 my stop loss, and that's how I'm going to play it. ZYNE. ZYNE. I have to give JD a lot of credit for this one. JD, this is one of your best calls. I don't know if you're watching. Let me take a look at the chat. JD alerted me to this one somewhere around here. Yeah, right around the 750 level. So that's one hell of a call. JD made a high here at 1647. I'm just going to take a quick look at my phone and see if I'm getting any chat messages here. There's only a handful watching, but let me see if any of them are chatting with me. No chatters today. Guess it's a beautiful summer day everywhere in the country. Not too many chats going on with my vlogs today. Usually we get a lot more chit chat, so to speak. But if any of you who are now watching live want to chat, I am looking. I will answer any questions before I end this vlog. But what I want to say about Zynerba is it sold off to a low here at 1038 and has made a sensational bounce, made a high at 1411, and now it's looking to put in a low. As long as that low is above 1038, I think it's going to go higher than the 1411. So I see something like a little pullback, followed maybe to about this level, 1250, 1225 even, and then a move up. So it closed at 13, maybe a continuation of the profit taking to 1250, 12 and a quarter maybe, and then a move to new highs. Not new highs, but a move greater than 1411, and maybe new highs. There's a lot of Momo behind this biopot stock. So it's one to watch, maybe one to play. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm looking at my chat. I still have nobody chatting with me. A lot of shy viewers today. So I'm going to say ciao. I'm going to say sayonara. I'm going to say au revoir. I'm going to say arrivederci, shalom. I'm going to say hasta luego because I'm not sure if I'm coming back with a pot stock report a little later tonight or not. In any event, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there and all you grandfathers. Have a great day tomorrow. Hope you get some good weather. Good weather is not in the forecast for Long Island, so a lot of those barbecues for Dad have to be called off or moved up to tonight maybe. And we'll see what happens. You never know about the weather. And not why bother predicting lousy weather just because the weatherman says so. They're wrong half of the time, just like stock forecasters. Have a great day, great Father's Day. See you soon, maybe even later tonight. Don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends about us, share the link, give me a thumbs up. Ciao.